I mean, what are sort of amongst the campaigns and the activism that you guys have done, have you found a certain way of talking to people or psychologically getting into their minds on why they should ditch dairy? Like, what are the fact? Is it the racial issue that you're bringing up most? Like, what is it that you're actually saying this is why you should ditch dairy?
Well, from a corporate standpoint and from a policy standpoint, as far as the U.S. government goes, because there's no government on planet Earth that's more embedded with the dairy industry than ours, um, to the tune of about $80 billion a year. Our government pours into the dairy industry. I mean, it would be a non-industry. It wouldn't even be happening if we didn't supplement it because there's
Mm,
not enough people to even consume it. And as it decreases, consumption greatly decreases over time. There just wouldn't even be. They're literally being stood up, artificially. But so from a corporate and a policy standpoint, uh, definitely the injustice, the dietary injustice, the dietary racism around it is horrifying. You would never in a million years would we have a fluid that we would force on our children in school. So we have about 51 million children in public schools here in the United States, and schools are paid on the amount of cartons of milk, of half pint of milk that a child takes. So it is they have to have a carton of milk, uh, but it makes 75 to 95% of children of color sick. You would never have a fluid that you would force on, and if it made
mm.
75 to 90% of white kids sick. I mean, it's disgusting. That is the truth, and that is the reality of what's happening. And they're not my percentages. It's the percentages are directly from the National Institutes of Health, and we've had them for about 100 years. We know the rates of lactose intolerance, and lactose persistence. I mean, we can go into why people are lactose intolerant and why some people are lactose persistent. But so from that standpoint, yes, I think it is, besides the environmental and the health and the output and the performance and the animals and all the reasons, that is something from a policy structure that needs to be addressed and changed. But from a personal perspective, just like human to human, oh my God, it's how you're going to feel, because everybody
Mm,
wants to feel freaking better.
mm.
And it's just you take it out and it's like, what happened? And even if you, like I said, if you're lactose intolerant, it is a complete game changer in like 24 hours. I mean, it's just like your whole life change. If you're not lactose intolerant, I'm lactose persistent, or lactase persistent is the right way to say it. I still I felt so much better. It just, I was more lethargic. I wasn't, I didn't have as much pep or energy. It just changed so much of my experience of how I felt on a daily basis. So, that's like the easy part, because people want to feel better.
Mm.
And I'm just try for 7 days, for 10 days. You don't even need them. You don't need 21 days. If you're lactose intolerant, you need 12 hours and your whole life is going to be changed. So yeah, human to human, it's just like, go to what people care about, feeling better.
Yeah.